Well, joining me is Nationals frontbencher and former Deputy Prime Minister Barnaby Joyce. Barnaby, great to have your company tonight. Listen, I want to know, is the Coalition's nuclear plan going to give us all cancer and heart attacks and strokes?
Well, it's just total rubbish, isn't it? If that was the case, then everybody around Lucas Heights would be, I don't know, mutants. And it's just BS. I mean, they live very happily there. Houses there, I think there was a block a number of years ago, vacant blocks off for $1.3 million. Go talk to the people of Lucas Heights, see if they're unduly concerned about the fact that Australia's only nuclear reactor is right next door to them. I might tell you they actually work there. This crazy, pathetic overreaction that you would expect from people who just don't want an alternative to baseload power. If you don't want baseload power, you've got intermittence. You're going to have intermittence. You're going to be poor. You're going to be broke. You're going to make the nation weak. Ultimately, it becomes even a threat to our capacity to defend ourselves. We're a weak nation, a weak economy. You don't think other people are foolish enough not to recognise that and say, "Oh well, here's a go for us." I mean, obviously, a totalitarian regime. We are doing our best to destroy this country with intermittent power. We really are. We're giving a good hard crack at it. And you've got to get baseload, and you've got to get as much baseload as you possibly can get. We used to have the cheapest power, now we've got the dearest power. There's only one reason for that, folks: intermittent power, euphemistically called renewables. If she wants to have a spray about something, have a spray about how you call renewables, intermittence, renewables, and farms, and all this other BS, or this tripe that goes along with the stuff that's going to cover the world with, I suppose, those things, transmission lines. If she wants a couple, we'll put her them over her house. She can live with the intermittent power in her front yard, see how she feels about that. Then you can get her back on your show and see how she's crying all over you then.
Well, Barnaby, when Labor post videos like the one we saw from Dr. Beavis, what does that say about the way they regard the Australian public? I mean, do they really think we're morons? They're treating us as such.
Yes, they really think you're morons. Yep. Your first one, they really think you're morons. They think you're morons because they think they're enlightened. They think that all knowledge resides in the airy chambers in which they live. They believe that because they can go up to a wall and change a dial and the temperature changes, that they also can change the temperature. They're more worried about what happens inside their office than what happens with the cost of living for other people outside their window. They've lost sight of that. They're quite happy to throw you under an economic bus, quite happy to do that, to keep on the right side of the beautiful people. Might I say, one of the beautiful people is that lady, Mrs. Beavis. She absolutely encapsulates the beautiful set. You know, that she doesn't look like she's short of a quid. She looks like she's going along all right in life. Probably has a good job, pretty secure, nice house. You know, probably pretty good super. And for other people trying to pay for their groceries, well, stuff you. For other people trying to pay for their power, stuff you. For farmers trying to deal with the fact that your whole landscape is being changed, well, stuff you. Because that's how they work. That's how they work. And that's why you've got to stand up to them.
Barnaby, I've got to say, you'll always be one of the beautiful people to me. I want to ask you about Labor rolling out thousands of kilometres of transmission lines to connect solar and wind farms to the grid. Chris Bowen today demanded to know which transmission line projects Dutton would scrap to make way for his nuclear plan. Now, the answer is pretty simple, isn't it? You scrap all of them because you don't need them.
Well, hopefully the one over the New England, hopefully the one that divides into two, so I've got two of them over my place, joins back into one, and then goes over, irrigation farms, cattle farms, destroying the value of people's land, connecting to these swindle factories, these photovoltaic fields of black, which people who live next door to them find the value of their property goes through the floor. The people who live in sight of the wind turbines and other swindled monuments, they find their value of their properties going down. The fact that we have to now tell in our livestock production assurance scheme whether we have solar panels or wind turbines near us, and what is our stocking plan to keep stock away from them. I mean, this is the reality of us. I mean, all those people, those enlightened, wonderful people, why don't they? This is a height of hypocrisy. If you say, let's put the wind turbines off your beach. I bet she lives near the sea, off your beach or in the Central Highlands. And then we'll run the transmission lines over your house to get to Sydney nice and quick. Nice and quick. No loss of electrons there. Straight in, zip. But of course, then she'll be, oh no, we've got to have wind turbines and swindle factories, photovoltaic fields of Blackbird. We've got to have them in your place, not in our place.